A retired teacher was sentenced to 30 months behind bars for sending hateful and threatening letters to members of Long Island's gay community and their supporters. News 12's Kevin Vesey was at the federal courthouse in Central Islip today when Robert Fehring learned his fate. So Kevin, did he have anything to say?
He did, Ian. So Robert Fehring over and over again today inside the federal courthouse here in Central Islip for sending more than 60 hate-filled letters just like these to members of Long Island's LGBTQ+ community. And he did that over the course of nearly a decade. Now, the judge today could have sentenced him to up to 5 years behind bars, but instead she gave him half of that sentence, 2.5 years. And some of the victims in this case are calling that a slap on the wrist.
Robert Fehring is a danger to society. He was a danger when he started this in 2013, and he's just as much a danger today.
David Kilnick is president and CEO of the Long Island LGBT Network. And for nearly 10 years, he was the #1 target of Robert Fehring, receiving multiple hateful and threatening letters in the mail. Today, the 74-year-old was sentenced to 30 months behind bars for his actions. Kilnick says that's too lenient.
They were threats to my life. They were threats to my family's life. They were threats to everyone who came to the LGBT network and our center. I was fearful for myself, for my husband, for my mother, for my dogs that lived with us. I was fearful at work.
In one letter, Fehring wrote, "We know now where you live, and we're ready to start eliminating the scum of the earth like you." In another, he sent pictures he took of Kilnick at a pride event at Eisenhower Park, writing, "We were right there. They couldn't get a shot off at you. Too many cops. Very disappointed."
Robert, do you have anything to say to the people who you threatened?
The defendant kept quiet and hid his face in front of cameras. But in the courtroom, he turned to the crowd and said, "We all make mistakes, and I made a bunch of them. I never intended to hurt anyone. My actions were clearly wrong. A lot of hot air from a stupid old man."
And when Fehring finishes serving his 30-month sentence, he'll spend 2 years on supervised release. He's due to report to prison on September 2nd. Ian?
All right, Kevin.